Thanks for joining us today. I'm Christina Sabatini. I work on the R&D department, and I'm here with Matt Monahan today, and he will be guiding us through how to get started with Facebook advertising. So with that, I will go ahead and turn it over to Matt.
Great, thanks so much. Thank you to General Assembly for having me. Hopefully what I present today is valuable. I've tried to strip out all the curse words and jokes and try to make this deck as informative as possible. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So getting started with Facebook for everybody. So here's my background. In 2008, I graduated from Stanford. I had the luxury of being part of the Facebook class at Stanford, and that's why I've been spending so many years of my life involved in Facebook marketing. While I was at Stanford, started a company called ShareThrough, which is a native video advertising company. It's now run by my co-founders Dan Greenberg and Rob Fan. They're doing an excellent job out in San Francisco with offices all around the globe. I now run a company called AlphaBoost, which is a decision support system for social and native advertisers. I'll get more into that later. I advise companies like Wildfire Interactive, which was recently acquired by Google, Visibly, which is a Twitter analytics company, and Loiter, which is the largest Facebook client for iOS. So they have a Facebook app that allows you to do all sorts of cool stuff. I mentor at 500 Startups, which is an amazing program out of Mountain View and globally expanding with an incredible group of mentors, startups, and advisors. I invested in GA's own craft coffee because I'm a coffee lover and I believe in the power of continuity businesses, and a small clothing boutique called Show Me Your Moo. I said this once, but I'm going to hammer it in. Tweet at me at GoMattyMo. I blog at facebook.com/GoMattyMo, so if you can't get enough video of me, go there to find more. And feel free to email me, matt@alphaboost.com. One caveat, I do not work at Facebook, although I'd like to. I spend all my days trying to figure out how to make Facebook marketing and advertising more effective for brands, but I have never been able to get a job there. So Mark, if you're listening, I'm the guy. Okay, on to the next thing. People ask me why I do this every day, and it all goes back to Dr. Seuss. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. We've all seen what Facebook stock has done, and we've followed for the last 5 to 7 years the growth trajectory of Facebook. I truly believe that the stock is undervalued because the roadmap Mark and his team have been putting together are fantastic, and they're fundamentally changing the way we communicate, interact, connect, and ultimately receive branded advertising messages. So if you're thinking about buying some Facebook stock, it may go down a little bit more, but I truly believe it's a good long-term play. So our 4 areas of focus today. We're going to talk about the platform itself. We're going to talk about Facebook pages. We're going to talk about the ads API and the ad formats available on Facebook. And we're going to talk about the insights Facebook allows us to have in order to optimize and make our campaigns better. First, this comes directly from Facebook's best practices guide. I can't take credit for most of the slides in this deck because I grabbed them directly from Facebook. It turns out that Facebook has a very robust developer platform as well as documentation related to their marketing initiatives. You can find all of this stuff online. I grabbed this slide because this really conveys the message of what Facebook wants us to do and truly how we can more effectively leverage the tools available to us. So the first step is to build an audience. Facebook is unlike display advertising because you don't have to lease an audience and hope that they click on your ad and then hope that they convert. With Facebook, you're truly building connections. So Facebook suggests you either pick your place or your page, and you integrate social plugins into your website, and you potentially use the Graph API to explore those connections, and you build applications for rich, engaging experiences. And after you've accumulated this audience, you engage these people either through ads that promote your messages or potentially through content that you publish out to the newsfeed. And then after you've started publishing out content to the newsfeed and engaging folks with applications or ads, then you can start to amplify those messages with Facebook's unique and native advertising unit called a sponsored story. A sponsored story allows us to publish the actions of our friends or content itself as an ad unit such that it's not interruptive, it's incredibly engaging, and it's an overall great user experience. So Mark Zuckerberg was recently quoted as saying, "We don't build services to make money, we make money to build better services." And this is truly why the long-term prospects for Facebook are so great. So why is Facebook better? Authentic identity. You can't lie about who you are on Facebook and get away with building a graph of friends. I can't go out and tell all my friends that I'm a 65-year-old woman because they would laugh at me, because that's not who I am. My pictures don't illustrate that. My likes and interests don't illustrate that. My activities don't illustrate that. So Facebook's really got the true identity of the logged in user, unlike any other platform. Additionally, you've got owned audiences. It's a lot like email marketing. Rather than having to buy a billboard to present a message to an audience that you don't own, with Facebook, you get to build an audience. You get to build email lists of people connected to your applications. You get to build a fan base of people who will like your page. And through that, you can re-message people, which ultimately is really powerful because you start to avoid the cost of having to buy ads in the first place. And then finally, word of mouth at scale. Facebook is all about word of mouth. When I recommend when I recommend a restaurant and I went out and really liked it and posted on Facebook, my 3,000 or so odd friends see that, and they're more likely to visit that restaurant because they trust my taste. Now that's a different situation, whether or not my taste should be trusted, but that's word of mouth at scale. You're going to immediately be able to communicate your messages to an entire audience of your peers and friends and do that on behalf of businesses. So those are the three reasons why Facebook is better: authentic ID, owned audiences, and word of mouth at scale.